One way to create a character is to think about yourself or think about someone you know and to exaggerate characteristics. If I was creating a character about my mother, I might make her overly fussy, overly protective, but you just sort of expand those sort of funny characteristics in people, and that's a way to create comic characters. The way some people do it. You never know when a funny idea is going to come to you, and so it's best to have something on hand to record it when it does, because it would be terrible to think, hey, what was that funny idea? I had a perfect funny idea for this and I can't remember what it was, and that kind of thing. Normally, actually, you do that so many times it drives you mad, and then you start carrying a notebook. Acting out scenes or reading out scenes is incredibly useful and really important, a really good thing to do, because sometimes it's only when you hear things said out loud that you actually get a real sense of how long there are between jokes. Sometimes it might be like half a page between jokes and it doesn't look very much when it's written down, but when you say it out loud, suddenly you're thinking, wait a minute, I haven't said anything funny for a long time. So one of my favourite scenes is from an episode of 40 Towers. My favourite bit in it is the fire alarm, burglar alarm scene at the beginning.
It's perfectly simple. We have the fire drill when I ring the fire bell. That wasn't the fire bell, right?
Well, how are we supposed to know that wasn't the fire bell?
Because it doesn't sound like the fire bell. It didn't. It did. No, it didn't.
His anger and his frustration and, he's fighting against his wife, against these residents and stuff is just, it's sort of perfect. It's kind of brilliant, I think. So my first top tip is write about what you know, because I think the best comedy comes from the truth. And it could be the truth of a situation, or it could be the truth of the way people talk, but write about what you know, because then you're not sort of guessing, and people might think, well, that doesn't quite make sense. And as soon as people start thinking too much, or trying to pick holes in what you're doing, they stop laughing. So my second top tip is rewrite. Don't worry if the first thing you write isn't very funny, but do worry if the last thing you write isn't very funny. What I mean by that is get something down, have a look at it, then rewrite it to make it funnier. Keep rewriting until you think, this is it, this is the funniest I can make this. And my final tip is enjoy it. Comedy's meant to be funny, and it's meant to be fun, it's meant to make you laugh, so enjoy it.